we'd like to share a message for anyone and everyone who's ever had self-doubts.
Anyone who has ever given up hope.
Anyone that's dropped so low that they feel they can't get back up.
This is our message to you. Be proud of who you are.
This video will be about Bridger and his transformation, which took place near the end of his 7th grade year at Midville Middle.
As a child, I grew up moving from house to house, from mom's house to dad's house, and also moving to new homes almost once a year for each parent. One of these moves happened to put me and my sister going to a new school. For me, it had been from 6th grade elementary going to 7th grade at middle school, where I didn't know a single person. I hadn't made a friend until at least a month into school. I was very unhappy. I couldn't understand why my parents had to do something that would cause me to leave everything and create so much depression for me. I was very scared during most of the 7th grade. Mostly scared of what people thought of me, being a little chubby fat kid I was. I lived every school day in terror. I even remember my mom offering to go into school with me one day, and I just freaked out and screamed no, claiming some excuse, but really I was so shy that I wouldn't even let my own mother walk into school with me because I didn't want kids to think I was different or like masculine or something like that. Naturally, I did make friends. Although that didn't fix my issues, life was better than it had been. Just to get an idea, even halfway through the school year, I was still afraid to raise my hand to answer a question in class or even ask a question. After the long and lonely 2-week Christmas break that I faced that year, I was enrolled by my parents in this program called Great Life. The program was made exactly for accepting yourself and all sorts of things to help problems with yourself. There are around 20 other kids in the program at the same time as I was, and it was split into 2 separate sections that were 4 days long and separated by a month. Never in my life had I experienced anything like I had at Great Life. I was surrounded by people who were going through their own issues.
So why are you here? Have severe anxiety.
But we all came out of it okay, and we became a family. They taught me that it was okay to be yourself in front of people and to not take things too seriously. They taught me to laugh at myself and just be who I really was because I hadn't been for so long. For the remaining year, I was just happy. There are, of course, hard times, but I wasn't shy or depressed. I became a great student as well. I was answering questions and joking about myself instead of tearing up in embarrassment. From the end of 7th grade and until now, I believe I've only become more settled with myself. Every now and then I need a wake-up call, but the before and after of the program, there's a big difference. If I ever went through the program, I wouldn't be an AP. I would still be depressed, angry, unhappy. I would still be a negative space, and life would have taken probably a bad turn for me. I've also become the opposite of how I was socially. I can talk to whoever I want almost. I'm not a shy kid like I was, and I've gained the ability to not only laugh at myself, but make my friends and people laugh without a doubt. For the audience I'm speaking to, you don't all need the program to change your lives, because in reality it all starts with you. You have to make the decision to accept yourself. You have to decide whether or not you're going to be positive or negative about things, and it's not always easy, which is okay. It's okay to get mad and sad, depressed, whatever. That's normal. We all feel these emotions, but it's up to you if you want to move on from the guy who said you look fat or the teacher who suggested putting you into the regular English class. Choose not to get embarrassed, but laugh at yourself. Brush the haters off your shoulders. Don't let simple things like what people say drag you down.
There have been many times in my life when I felt like I wasn't doing well enough. I felt as if I would never be able to be as good as my siblings or my peers. I started to doubt myself and to bring myself down. Fortunately, I have been able to change that. I realize that I am my own person. I just need to be the best that I can be, and then that will be enough. Comparison is the thief of joy. Believe in yourself. You're doing better than you think you are.
At the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is your own. Not that kid in your 3rd period class that thinks you're worthless. You aren't. You are great. You are the only person that thinks the way you do, and you're the only person who can handle circumstances the way you do.
Throughout my first 2 years of high school, there were times I would become depressed. I would shut myself out from the rest of the world. I was upset with everything and I didn't really talk unless I needed to. It didn't happen instantly, but through my friends and family, I have become more than I ever expected that I could or would be. I have experienced what many of you might be feeling right now. You can pull through.
Perfect.
Gert.
Where is it?
Right here.